Yo, what's going on, guys, man? It's your boy Dignified TW, and we are back with another video. Now, this is a build that I've actually wanted to try out for a very long time. Shout out to my guy Patch Center for letting me use it. But today, we're going to be taking a look at this post-scoring sharpshooter. Alright, so you guys know I have a Kobe Bryant build. I made him post-scoring secondary. I think this year, to be honest with you, post-scoring you can have as a secondary just because like the way I play on my shot creating post-score, I don't really do too many drop steps and I don't really dominate down low in the paint. So this wasn't really a huge, difference for me to actually use because I usually like to do the fadeaways and the hop shots and all of that. So if you make this your secondary as a post-scoring, you should be good to go. But let's go ahead and look at some of the badges that it gets. The badges are what really make this build really good. He is a 94 overall, so he has dual takeover. And let me tell you guys, you'll see in the gameplays, the dual takeover is literally insane. But like I said, let's look at some of these badges. You get Pick and Popper on Hall of Fame. I'm pretty sure you get this on gold. And then you get all of your shooting badges on gold as well, including Limitless range. So you already guys know, when you get dual takeover and you're way back there, they're going to have to guard you. And if they guard you, it's an easy post spin back, like past them and all that kind of stuff. And look, you get drop stepper, teardropper, mid-range Jedi, all this stuff on silver, which is definitely going to be insane for this build. So let's go ahead and look at some of the attributes because I know you guys are going to know this. 94 overall, so the driving layup's only a 67 because you do have sharpshooting primary, which really isn't too bad. You guys will see in the gameplays, they still get a lot of layups and reverse layups, all that kind of stuff. The driving dunk's only a 58, but your mid-range, which you guys know with my Kobe build, the better your mid-range is, the more likely you're going to be able to make your hop shots because the mid-range really does affect it this year. So the open shot mid 77 is huge. And when you have a 79 three-pointer with boost and you have, all your shooting badges, 79 is all you need because you guys know I can cash out on my shot creating post score and a lot of my other builds because you guys know a lot of builds can shoot this year. Post offense is a 78 right now, which is not too bad either. Then your strength, which could be a downside, but if you're playing this build as the one, you should be good to go, is a 77. And the speed and all that's not too bad either. So this build, definitely a ton of fun. Definitely go check out Patch Center. He is nasty with this build. I will leave his link in the description. This video would not be able to happen without him. He's very good with this build. He can ISO, he can play in the post, he can shoot threes like a stretch. The guy's really good, so definitely go check him out. But that's enough for me, guys. Let's go ahead and go right into the gameplays. This build was so much fun to use. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to say, Dirk's a primary post scorer, all that kind of stuff. But you guys can see right there, we're actually going against a stretch big in the lockdown. But I'm telling you guys, this year, you guys know with my Kobe Bryant build, if you have post-scoring secondary on your archetype, you're going to be very consistent with your post fades, your hop shots, all that kind of stuff. And the badges are actually not too bad. And you guys know how overpowered stretch bigs are this year. So technically, you're a stretch big, but you're able to dominate down low with fades, hop shots, all that good stuff. And now this jump shot, guys, I'm going to tell you, this jump shot is cash. You start off with the easy 3. And to be honest with you, it's easier to get takeover off of being a stretch because you guys can make shots from threes. You guys know, like I said, how overpowered that is. I'm no Patch Center. You can see me trying to dribble up right here. But like I mentioned, guys, if you want to see a good dribbler, go check out Patch Center. He's excellent with his build. But like I said, you can do pretty much everything. You see fade away right there. This guy is left-handed, so you'll notice in these gameplays, it kind of threw me off a little bit because I'm used to playing with right-handed players. And if you don't know, you can't use the same fade animations if you have different hands because you're going to react a different way because you're shooting with a different hand. But we're going up 7-2. Like I said, right here is when they switch the lockdown. When we get the ball back, that's what they're going to do. They're going to switch the lockdown onto me. But you got to love it when a stretch big that's cold makes a contested layup. Red contested layups is a stretch big. You got to love it, man. But you can see my guy Ryan. That's why I always run with lockdowns, able to get the ball back. And since we're in the mid-range area, we're just going to go ahead and stick to the mid-range area. Look, another speed boost towards the rim. Easy dunk. Like I said, this year, guys, post scoring super simple. A lot of people use pretty much if you're a power forward, you're going to be sticking towards the outside shot regardless. Another green light right there. You're going to be sticking towards that outside shot, the fadeaways, hop shots. So having that as a secondary can be very beneficial. Look, now we got dual takeover. In this gameplay, you guys, you'll be able to see how dominant it really is. But like I said, the lockdown, man, they're just going to reach. So this gameplay is kind of more of a calm game instead of me showing how dominant, dual takeover can really be. Because like I said, these guys just reach over and over and over again. I mean, he's a lockdown. He's going to get more of those steals than not. But since I have dual takeover, you become literally unguardable. Now, I will mention this one thing that's a little bit different. You know, I always wanted to say this, man. I want to shoot over those. But one thing that's different about having this as a secondary, and it's going to be, you know, even with dual takeover, the badges, if you're trying to do this on a center, a lot of the times you're not going to go and get the dominant, you know, post spin animations that you would if you're post scoring primary. You can see right here, this is a lockdown. I'm not able to get that post spin by him. I'm trying to over and over again. This is me just trying it out for the first time. But look, I don't know what happened right there. That's a wide open fadeaway. But I tried it on the lockdown. Since he has badges, he's able to negate it. But this guy finally knocks down the shot, puts it back in 7-15. They come back a little bit, but we're able to get the stop. But like I mentioned, if you're going against like glass cleaners or lockdowns, you're not going to get those dominant animations that a pure post scorer would get. But to be honest with you, you're still going to get a lot of them. And like I mentioned, if you run with like a, you know, a glass cleaner, and this is like the Garth-esque build, then you're going to be fine. Look, another fadeaway right there. I'd leave it a little bit open, a little early. Now, I'm still getting used to this build, guys. Like I said, he's left-handed. This is literally the first game that we played. And, you know, it's pretty dominant. But when you're a stretch big, you're able to shoot anywhere on the court. So, like, if you get the takeover, they're going to guard you up close. And then you're able to actually knock down shots. Now, I'm going to tell you guys this jumper, just because I don't have a stretch or anything like that, but I've used this jumper for all the gameplays, and it was actually insane. So if you want to use this jump shot, use base 11, then use Carmelo and Rudy Gay 70-30, and this jump shot was super clean. It was pretty quick. It was really good for me. I was knocking down shots. You guys can see, I only missed one 3-pointer, but now this guy's got his he's got his lockdown takeover, but he's still leaving me open for some reason. You already know I'm green to that shot. Guys, to be honest with you, this build is ridiculous. All right, so this next gameplay is going to showcase a little bit more of what this build can do in dual takeover. You guys can see we're going against the glass cleaner, so we're matched up against the glass. And you guys can see what we're actually able to do. So you can see in the beginning, we're going to cook up a little bit. We're already down 3-0. But like I mentioned, man, if they give you any of that room, you're going to be able to pull. So right here, I'm just trying to show you guys how quick you still are with this build. I know a lot of you guys are going to have that question if you can still speed boost and you're quick with it. But you're definitely fast. You can see green right there and put us back, you know, 3-2. And I said, if they give you any room, you're going to be able to cash out. So you can see a quick little step back between the legs. He's playing me up. Like I said, I'm just trying to goof around, try to see what this build can do. But you see, I'm not able to actually get past my guy, but I'm able to step back. It's an open shot, still able to knock it down. And I'm like one off of takeover already. So that's literally 2 moves, and you're almost at takeover. So right here, cooking up a little bit, doing my thing. Got my guy in the corner. Spin past him. I'm going to dot Ryan. Boom, he's knocking it down. So that's, you guys can see the little takeover bar. It's giving me a little bit more, so those dimes actually do help on this build. Quick little blow by, and that's what I was talking about, guys. You can still knock down that layup. I think you have acrobat on bronze, so if they don't body you and you get an open layup, which a lot of times you do, you're going to be able to make that shot. And like I noticed right up there, you got difficult shots on gold. Look how far out I'm pulling, man. I'm telling you, this jump shot, this build in general was a ton of fun to make. Let me know in the comment section which build you think is better. Do you think post scoring primary on this or sharpshooting primary is better at 94 overall? Because you guys know I love having builds. You can see drop step right there, and like I mentioned, you're not going to get the crazy animation. So far, I didn't get really any. If you're going against like a glass cleaner or stuff like that, I didn't really get any crazy animations. I don't know if that's like a common thing or whatever. But again, like I said in the comment section, let me know which build you guys actually think is better. In my opinion, I honestly think this build could be better. Quick little step back, not green, but it's green. Like, you're hitting from Limitless range right there. You see that popping up. And not too many builds can have that, you know, that dominance like this build can have right here. They're double teaming me. I can't really do much. I'm just going to knock in Ryan. You know, he's a knockdown shooter. Puts us up, and we win that game. Now, this next game as well is another pretty nice game. You can see we're going to get a glass cleaner and a pure stretch. I'm showing you how well this build can shoot, and actually how like well this build can dribble, post score, all that kind of stuff right there. So you can see I'm able to dribble down into the post, get by them. Actually, I don't. Do the hop step, they double team me. Like I said, I'm trying to show you guys you can still move pretty quickly on this build. The fadeaways and all that is the same. But like I mentioned in the first clip, pretty much this was kind of different just because he's left-handed, so some of the animations are different. But quick little blow-by layup right there, lightly contested. That's a glass cleaner, still knocking it down. The post scoring and, you know, acrobat and all that difficult shots helps that a ton. He's leaving me open shot right there. That's something I don't think you could do if you had sharpshooting secondary on this build. I mean, if you're power forward, I do believe you get it on silver. I'm not 100% sure, But you see Ryan sent that illegal screen right there. But I don't think you could do that on a post scoring primary, sharpshooting secondary. You just pull, you know, from Limitless like that, man. Like I mentioned, when you get that takeover, you're going to be able to make a lot of your fadeaways anyway. Your mid-range is already high enough so you can hit consistent enough. So I do believe having a stretch primary is probably a little bit better. So you can see, like I said, they're going to have to guard you a lot different. Because you see, I've consistently been hitting the shot. I'm just goofing off right there. You guys not could have scored. Now we have takeover. But like I said, they're going to have to respect your shot. If you can hit shots from outside, they're going to have to play you up. And notice what I'm able to do once he starts playing up on me. So you can see I'm just trying to chill right now, do a couple spins, just dribble up a little bit, step it back, crossover, head behind the back, go back right into the post. I'm able to actually drop step him this time. And like I mentioned 1,000 different times in this video, that's a glass cleaner down low, so I'm not able to get the crazy animations. But this, you know, this stretch right here, just chucking at this point, that's the only downside. But still, man, if you're running the one, look, big greens, if you're running the one, when you're playing twos, most of the time you're going to be on a guard, and if they try to switch, you're able to, you know, dot them or whatever. But look right here, he's a stretch big right here. I'm able to get this dominant animation right there, quick little Euro step. That's what I'm talking about. If you're going against like stretch bigs or people like that, you're going to be able to get by them pretty easily. So this is going to be the last possession of this game. You know, I'm doing my thing in the post. I have to for the game. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. Go check out Patch, link in the description. But I've been dignifying them out. Peace.